Hi guys, I'd like to welcome you to the first instalment of our new vlogging series, all about the ins and outs of Grace's Rest and all the things that go on behind the scenes here. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, but having no experience of doing this, I wasn't very sure how to approach it, but here we are, we're giving it a go. Welcome to the first instalment. In this series I hope to sort of talk a bit about behind the scenes at Grace's Rest, let you guys know what's going on, what we're doing, where we're going to be, how you can help us, and also sort of comment on stories that have been in the media, things that are trended on social media, both good and bad, bringing you our views on different topics and that sort of thing, and really making you feel that you're part of the Grace's Rest family. We really want this to be a positive experience for you, and that is why feedback's really in demand here. We really need you to let me know, what is it that you want to know about, what do you want to see. We're really open to suggestions, so please, after the video, get down in that comment section, let me know what you think and what you want to know about. Now, I've got some little notes here, very studious. Obviously there's the no-brainer stuff that we're going to cover, so things like incoming animals, also outgoing animals when they get adopted. We'll cover all of that. Bumps in the road that we come across and little success stories and that sort of thing, that'll all be in here. How you can donate or what particularly we need at this moment in time. For instance, at the minute, if you look down in the comment section below, there will be a link to our Amazon wish list. I really need some new disinfectant. Can somebody please send me some? We're getting really low. I don't like the one that I'm using at the moment. I don't feel it's doing a thorough enough job, so I want to move on to F10, which has been recommended by my vet. It is veterinary surgery standard stuff. It pretty much kills anything, and it's safe to use with any animal. If somebody would like to gift us one of those, that's absolutely fantastic. We're also getting very low on beetle jelly. I know, it sounds funny if you've never heard of it. These gorgeous little jelly pots with fruit flavoured jelly in them. We give them to our fruit beetle colonies and our cockroach colonies, and also Grace, the crested gecko, gets one once a week as a treat as well. And we're getting rather low on those, especially since she's decided she only likes mango flavour now. Out of like the 6 flavours that come in the jar, that's the only one she decides that she likes. She'll occasionally have apple and maybe a little lick of strawberry, but that's about it. So if somebody would like to gift us one of those, that would be absolutely lovely. They're very affordable, both those products, and they're available on our wish list. So let's leap right in there into the recent news. Right, developments that have happened lately. Oh, the last week has been absolutely manic. Really busy, lots of networking meetings, an awful lot of emails to cover. If I haven't got back to you yet, I'm really sorry. We have to prioritise like incoming admission requests and emergencies over just sort of general communication. So if it was just a general, odd question inquiry and I haven't got back to you yet, I'm really sorry. I will do it. I am on it. So yeah, absolutely manic week, hence why I look a bit of a wreck at the moment. I'm sorry, I'm not in a uniform or anything. I was just like, just sit down and do this and talk to people, just forget it. And on a completely side note, if you wonder why the camera's turned over towards the window, it's so you can see one of my cats here, because she's being very cute. And look, she is real, she does move, just in case you thought she was a cuddly toy. You might also see her brother at some point, big white and ginger Tom. He might come in at some point, and he might just leap in front of the camera as well. They like to just jump on my knee, so they might ruin the shot in a minute. I apologise if they do that, but they're really cute. It's worth it. So yeah, manic week. Lots of early starts, lots of late nights. Never-ending tide of work. I'm at the moment busy rejigging a big display that I did a couple of years ago for Lincoln Pride. So I'm redoing it all for this year because, drum roll, we're having brand new display boards delivered tomorrow. Yay! Those of you that have seen us at events over the last year will have seen our new cardboard temporary display things. We got those last year when we got a grant from Lush to sort of test the water before we spent a lot of money on a big display board. So we spent all the money we got and all this office stuff to make these displays with, and we got these temporary cardboard display boards. They've served us really, really well. They were very affordable, but the biggest problem is they're stupidly lightweight. So when we're inside, that's great. They're easy to get out of the car and you just unfold them and shove them on the table. Bob's your uncle, you've got a beautiful display. When you're outside, doesn't really work because you only need the tiniest little of wind and it all blows over, and the last thing we want is, I mean, it's very unlikely to fall forward because of the way that they're formed, but the last thing we want is for it to fall on somebody and hurt someone. And we ended up having to like rig this ridiculous sort of like scaffold system out of my partner's camera equipment to hold it up, and it was really impractical. So we thought, right, we've got the money now, let's go and get proper display boards. They're being custom made in the same colour as our uniforms. I'm really, really excited to get these. It's going to give us an even more professional look, but it also means that I've got lots of work to do because now I've got to completely redo all the display so that it fits the new layout, because the panels in the new display board aren't the same size as the one that I've got at the moment. So I've got to redo it all, and because of the way we had to attach everything to the cardboard ones, I can't just take it off and put it on the other one. I had to glue it all on or it was going to keep falling off. The Velcro idea just wasn't going to work, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Once I've done it and I've printed it, we can just laminate it and stick it on with little Velcro dots and it'll be lovely. So yeah, I'm going to be doing the display for Lincoln Pride. We're going to be exploring LGBT themes and homosexuality in the animal kingdom. It's a well-known fact that a lot of animals form homosexual alliances, and these can last for decades. This is not just a passing whim or a freak behaviour. This is a real thing. It went down like a house on fire when we displayed it a couple of years ago. Sadly, we missed last year's Pride, but we're going to be back this year. It's going to be bigger, better, and more fabulous than ever. It is going to be absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to be working on that after tomorrow when I've got the boards and I can start showing everything up to them and make sure I get it right before I print a load of stuff off for no reason. And then obviously we're going to rejig our sort of standard display as well, and it's going to be great being able to interchange things as well so we can fit in with current themes and current donation appeals and all that sort of stuff. It's going to be really, really handy. Although these things weigh about 10 times more than the ones we've got at the minute, so carrying them around is going to be a bit of a pain in the bum, but never mind. It'll still be great. It's going to look fantastic. I'm also going to order loads of vines and plants, and I'm going to have a big garland that goes over the top so it looks like a jungle. We're going to put fairy lights in it. We've already got jungle sounds that play on our display, but when we've got them on the top of this display board pointing down, it's going to amplify the sound even more. So you're going to really feel like as you come up to this display board, you're sort of stepping into a jungle almost. That's what we're aiming at here. It probably sounds ridiculous, but it's going to look amazing. I can't wait to show you it. It's going to be so worth the money we spend on it. It's going to look absolutely amazing. It's going to really raise our profile, and people are just going to spot it from the other side of the room and go, wow, must look at that. You know, it's going to be brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So apart from all the boring officey stuff, what else have we done? Well, we're still looking after all the animals, obviously. The reptile room isn't what it used to be, which is a real shame. Purely because of the space. You know, we're limited now compared to what we were in Lincolnshire, but we've still got Grace, crested gecko, the little critter that started it all. She's still here. She'll stay with us for life now. We're still caring for Phoenix, the burnt beardie that came in a month or so ago. She's doing absolutely fantastic. Her wounds are healing really, really well. She's a bit of a skittish little thing, but she has had an awful lot of trauma in her life. But she's eating really, really well, healing fantastically, so we're really happy with her. The two snakes that came in recently as well, Vanessa, the royal python, she's fantastic. She didn't eat last week because she's starting to shed, but other than that, she's perfectly fine. She's a really healthy weight, missing one meal won't hurt her. And Wade is continuing to make progress. Bless his little heart, still hasn't bitten me despite trying. He is a baby though, he's a baby Brazilian rainbow boa, stunning little boy. And he's going to grow on to be an absolutely magnificent adult. He really is. As long as we can get him confident enough around people so he feels that he's not threatened all the time and needs to bite people, that'll be absolutely wonderful. So, what else has happened? Oh yes, the same problem that keeps rearing its ugly head again and again and again is Turtles and terrapins. In the last week, without looking at the book, I have got a book that we record every single admittance request in. Without looking at that, I think last week, if I remember correctly, we had 6 turtles and terrapins all wanting to come in, and I just haven't got the facilities in order to do it. Now I can hear you now going, yeah, you're not a real exotics rescue if you can't take in turtles and terrapins. Newsflash, the majority of exotics rescues cannot take turtles and terrapins, or they cannot take any more because they are full to bursting. It's just a ridiculous situation with turtles and terrapins. They are the most unwanted exotic pet, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, and so few places can take them. All of these guys I had to refer on to other rescues and hope that they get in, they get in there. I had that many, I couldn't ring around myself with all the other admission inquiries and all the other clients that have been on the phone. I can't always sit on the blower all day begging other rescues to take in animals. I just can't do it. I can't afford it on our phone bill. Our turnover's very low. I can't afford to do that, and I just haven't got the time. I have to give everybody as much attention as they deserve. Not that these guys aren't deserving, it's just that I'm being torn every which way. So yeah, turtles and terrapins are a massive, massive, massive problem, and until we get bigger premises, we're just not going to be able to change that. We're not going to be able to take any more. Simple as. It's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. I mean, just today, I've had to potentially turn away another bearded dragon because if we have got a vivarium available, it's there, but if I put him in it, it's going to completely ruin the temperature gradients in all the other vivariums in the stack, no matter how I arrange it. I've been testing the temperatures over the weekend. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work, and I've got to refer them on somewhere else. It breaks my heart. It really does, because I've let down the client and I've let down the animal. It's really not a nice situation to be in, and so our quest for bigger premises continues. We are looking at finance options. We haven't got a huge amount of money to put forward for a deposit. It'd be so much easier if we did, because then we could just go, there you go, Mr. Bank Manager, there's our deposit, and he'd go, thank you very much, here's a mortgage, and it wouldn't be a problem. However, we can't do that. We're just not in a position to. So we're looking for benefactors, for investors, grant givers, all that sort of stuff, and we'll just have to keep plugging away at it and see what happens. That's all we can do. I'm hoping that when I begin my PhD studies in September, October time, that's going to raise the profile of myself as a professional, but also of the rescue as well. And my supervisor believes that this is going to attract investment. So hopefully, if it all goes to plan, our business advisors think that this is going to be within 3 years. They think it's easily going to be within 3 years, that we're going to have new premises and it's all going to be fine and dandy and wonderful. All I can say is I hope they're right, because we needed this yesterday. We needed it. we needed it 3 years ago, but when we started, but yeah, we definitely need it now. I really ought to think about wrapping this up soon. We're getting towards the dreaded 15-minute mark when a lot of people start zoning out. Yeah, I've just mentioned then PhD. I'd love to talk to you about that in another instalment, and I also want to get one of my little pet interests in here. And you're probably going to think that I'm a massive kook for this, but I am really, really interested in cryptozoology, the paranormal, supernatural, all that sort of stuff. It's something that I've been fascinated with since I was a child, and going to university didn't iron it out. It actually made that curiosity even stronger, particularly as far as cryptozoology is concerned, which is the study of unknown animals, if you didn't know. There's this view in the scientific community that there's no other animals left to be discovered, there's no other large fauna out there for us to find. I think that's a very short-sighted view, personally, a very, very short-sighted view. And I think that my first instalment is probably going to be on ABCs. Now, no, I'm not sending you back to school. That is alien big cats, particularly alien big cats in Britain. Big cats that aren't supposed to be here but are. I'd love to talk to you about that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this first instalment. You know, do let me know what you think, let me know what you want me to talk about, and I'll work on it, and I hope that you'll join me for the next video. Cheers.